We're shaking, folks. Back with another reaction, back with some more Arabesque. And I wanted to give a shout out to Shafiq Aitani, I think is how he said it was pronounced. If I got it wrong again, I do apologize. But yes, shared a whole bunch of Arabesque with me, and we've been going back and forth about maybe the best way to go through it. I felt like doing it chronologically, is probably the best way to go through, because I do want to get a sense of, what the sound was before Sandra came in. And he was saying like maybe doing it through the singles and then going back and doing it chronologically again with the non-singles might be a way to do it. I did want to point out in the list that he's provided, it seems like there's a lot of releases that were specific to one country, like Japan only release, France only release, Canada only release. So I'm intrigued by the nature of their releases and distribution. Nevertheless, we're going to go back to the tune, which is their first, I think, major hit, particularly in Japan, and that is Hello, Mr. Monkey, 1977, and I wasn't sure when I was doing the first reaction if this was, before Sandra came in, but again, it's 77, this is definitely before Sandra became the lead. And yeah, again, I do actually listen to a little bit of Japanese music, J-rock, J-pop, partly because I watch a lot of Japanese drama, but the point is, it's a really interesting music market, which I understand on some level, and as a number of deep dives have revealed to me, and indeed as people have commented in some of these different deep dives, for whatever reason, the Japanese imprints will often have extra tracks. It just seems like the Japanese music market will often demand bonus tunes more than some other markets. So I'm intrigued by the way music from other places is received there, and the way certain groups of different genres can become very popular. So again, my understanding is that Arabesque's biggest following throughout their lifespan was from Japan, and part of it was born on the success, or out of the success of this track, Hello, Mr. Monkey. So it's an interesting title. I don't really know what to make of it. And calling someone Mr. Monkey, I feel like it could be an implied insult there. You're, at the very least, it sounds like you're being silly or teasing someone. But perhaps, there could be some way to look at the phrase which suggests, their agility or their ability to always, have fun or be light in a situation. So not quite sure what to make of it. But I do want to mention, when I did the reaction to the first track, I was like, man, this almost sounds like one of ABBA's disco tunes. And again, I know ABBA's fans are rightly very protective, because it's an amazing group that the likes of which the world hasn't seen in many respects. But I did get that vibe, and someone commented that the first time they heard it, they thought it was ABBA, and I actually do understand that. So looking forward to more. Let's find out what Hello, Mr. Monkey is all about. This is Arabesque, Hello, Mr. Monkey from 1977. That's a classic night on the dance floor.
Hello, Mr. Monkey. It's so fast and funky. Hello, Mr. Monkey. It should have been a clown. Hello, Mr. Monkey. It's so fast and funky. Hello, Mr. Monkey. It should have been a clown.
What's that little guitar work?
That little clown. Everybody used to know his name. Now he's a nameless but happy old guy.
He straight sings.
The children love, if only he was blind. Hello, Mr. Monkey.
I love that scaling
You're
up
so fast and funky.
right before the measure break.
Hello, Mr. Monkey. You should have been a clown.
It sounds like an insult.
Hello, Mr. Monkey.
Loving this tight little
You're
guitar
so
work.
fast and funky. Hello, Mr. Monkey. You should have been a
The bass
clown.
bump. Number one, I think that's a great tune. I do get why that was a hit. It has that classic, like, nighttime on the dance floor, disco, sort of sexy vibe. I do also think the the chorus was not only catchy, but that lead into the chorus, the way it would sort of scale up with a little bit of oomph, bit of power right before the chorus. I really did enjoy that. And yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, we'll have to. I'm still getting a sense of who these ladies were, and what the legacy of the group was even before Sandra came in. They became this bigger force. Again, particularly in Japan, but I think in other places too. And ultimately, knowing some of Sandra's later solo work. Again, I've only done maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 tunes of hers. It hasn't been a whole lot, but I have heard her from later. So I'm just collating data in terms of trying to understand this larger story. So as we go through different singles, again, I'll probably do those in chronological order. And there's some that Shafiq has suggested doing, and then like maybe do this one before this one, or this one instead of this one. So I'll try to keep everything in the front view screen. Admittedly, there's so many deep dives, and I'm going through so many different catalogs that I may get lost at some point and do something out of order. So if that happens, let me apologize in advance. But with all due time, we'll get through all of it. So do let me know what you think of this one. I really enjoyed it. I get why it was a hit. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.